Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be making 4 cards at once using this designer series paper that I got from Stampin' Up. This designer series paper is 2 sides, but I'm going to be focusing on the sunflower side because I thought it was just beautiful. The materials I'm going to be using today is the Dotted Swiss embossing folder from Stampin' Up, the Birthday Love stamp set from Penny Black, and Country Flowers stamp set from Ranger. This stamp set comes with matching dies and a stencil. I want to take a second to talk about the card making that I do here. On my channel, I'm trying to make cards that are very simple to replicate and also to give you a little bit of background in what steps it takes to make a card. I am frequently asked, why do you make cards when you could just go to the store and buy one? And my answer to that is it's not the same thing, because these cards that I make or anyone makes for you, they put love and attention into it, and they are thinking of you, and they want you to have something a little bit more special. So let me move this out of the way and I'll show you how to make these 4 cards. The first thing I'm going to do is take the designer series paper and cut it into 4 equal squares. This is a 6x6 paper, so I'll get 4 squares 3 inches wide. Okay, make sure it's straight. Okay. Now I also needed to mat these, so I have 4 squares which are 3 1/4 inches. What I ordinarily would try to do is use my mat to try and save a little bit of card space to get these squares, but I did not have a square die that is the right size for this, which needed to be 3 1/4, so it was easier just to get another sheet of paper and cut it out. Now I just have to mat it to the black squares. It's very easy to do multiple cards at once if you just get into a rhythm that you are doing the same thing one after the other, rather than, oops, come on tape gun, rather than doing one card all the way and then the second card all the way and the third card all the way. It's much more efficient to do step by step. I think I need to go get my nails done again because my nails are a little bit long and it's slowing me down a little bit. Must apologize if I'm not moving my usual speedy speed. Okay, that's all formatted. Now I'm going to just do the stamping. I have gotten a happy birthday stamp from the Something to Celebrate Hostess set by Stampin' Up. And I'm just going to go through here and stamp these 4 sentiments. Try to get it straight, but I'm going to use a die cut and die this and cut this part out, but it'll easier if I get it straight to start with. And I didn't show you that, but the die set that I'm going to be using to cut this out is just a simple stitch rectangle set that I got off of Amazon. Okay, so I'm going to go and do the die cutting and I'll be right back. So you just lay it on here. I'm using my multi-purpose platform all the way closed. You put your material there, your die cut on top, one clear plate and another clear plate right on top of it, and just shoot it right on through. Very easy. Now let me do the others. I'm going to try and keep this as near up to how much time it actually takes me as possible so that you can get an idea of how easy it is to mass produce cards. So maybe just talking and not really saying much of interest, but I'd rather not stop the video and run it speed up if I can help it, unless something's just going to take way too much time, and then in that case I will do that. But this is a very quick process, as you can see. Of course, if I had one of those vagabond machines, which has an automatic feed through, then it would be a lot faster, but I didn't see the need of buying that expensive machine, and cranking doesn't take that much time. Okay, that's the last one. And while I have my big shot in here, let me get this off. I'm going to do the 4 Dotted Swiss embossing folders also. Let's get the yellows. And in order to do embossing on this particular folder, I need to open up to tab 1, feed that through there, put down one plate. It's a good idea when you're using the big shot to use the same plate for the bottom and the same plate for the top. This way all your cutting will go into this plate, and this plate will stay clean, and this is the one that's going to be pressing on your material. But you have to routinely flip the plates over every now and again so they don't warp too badly. So my embossing folder, which I put out of reach, of course, because I'm making a video. Okay, so here you just take it and put it inside. Doesn't matter which way is up, but the words are on the top side. Put it in, fold first, that's kind of important. And then your top plate right on top, and just crank it through. Okay, and the finished product is a Dotted Swiss with the dots on it. So let me do the others real quick. There's also a new version of this Stampin' Up platform that doesn't have this little flat part. It just has different adapter plates that you use. I don't have that one, and since my Big Shot came with this platform and it's still holding up, I'm using this one. But if your Big Shot has those adapter plates, then you would just have to use as many adapter plates as it says to make this sandwich. Putting stuff all over the place, aren't I? And once more, the final one. Fold toward the machine, crank it through. Okay, and that's that. Now let me clear this out of the way and move on to the next step. Now it's time to do a little bit more stamping. I brought in my Misty tool and I'm going to stamp the inside of the card. So So I'm turning the cards over, mountain side up, and put it in my MISTI tool and grab the first stamp. The first thing I want to do is stamp the words to that way I know exactly where I need to put my flower. So I'm going to put the words straight, of course, about there, and stamp that real quick. If you don't have a MISTI tool, and you really want to kick up your stamping game, I really suggest you get one, because it really is a huge help in helping you do things like mass producing cards, and also help you with your alignment to make sure everything is straight and where you need to go. And also, in case you didn't get a good stamp the first time because your material is in the same spot, you can just stamp right over it without worrying about using the Stampin' Jig. The Stampin' Jig is another positioning tool, which I have other videos showing how to use that. It's useful in sometimes, but using the MISTI is a lot faster, especially for the step that I'm going to show you as soon as I finish this one. Okay, and I mentioned the mountain side up. When you score the paper, it has a valley side and a mountain side. The valley side is the outside, which is where you actually do your scoring, and the mountain side is the inside, which is a weaker side of the paper is the mountain side. So you want to fold the weaker side in. I often get asked that, how do you know which way to go? I still need this. I'll clean this off real quick. And even though it doesn't look clean, it really is clean, because the ink will do a little bit of staining. But your stamps will still work if they're stained, as long as you give them a good cleaning. Now for this step, this is a two-step stamp that I'm going to use to do the flower. And I'm going to do the outline of the flower first. I'm going to put it about there, I think. And for this step, you have to make sure that you have your paper exactly in the corner of the MISTI. And I might even use this magnet to make sure it doesn't move, because I'm going to be sure that this stamp is the same place every time. So I'm going to take the peanut brittle and do this 4 stamps real quick. Oh, and I must apologize to you. I had to get up and go get something, and I forgot to put my microphone back on. So the last part of my video, the sound probably was very low, but I have fixed that, I think, and I have my microphone on. Okay. That's 2. And I'm being real careful that I keep it in the lower corner, because I don't want to mess this up at this point. And with the 2-step stamping, or 3-step stamping, you can choose whichever works best for you, to start with the more solid image or to start with the outline image. In this case, I'm going to start with the outline image. But it doesn't really matter, which is your preference. Okay, now that I have that done, the last of the card, clean this off. And bringing in the more solid piece. And this is a matter of just turning it around and lining up where it goes, but making sure that this is in the right spot. This looks about right. Uh-oh, my neighbor with the motorcycle is home. My sound quality is going to suffer in a minute. Let me apologize for that also. Okay, that looks good. And now I'm going to do this one with the dandelion. Put that away. Because it's a more solid stamp, you want to be sure that you're getting a good coverage on it. And make sure that didn't move. Very easy. I'm going to go and do the other 3. covered stamp land, I'm looking through to make sure visually that I am in the right spot, because I hate to mess it up, and I've done it many times where this has moved and I wasn't aware of it at first. My card I did first, in fact, I made that mistake on there, but it is what it is. But because it's such a pretty stamp, it can be very forgiving, and it just makes it look a little bit more like it was watercolored. But the photopolymer stamps are very easy to look through and see what you're doing. Okay, so that's the last of that one. Take this off, put this away. Now I have all the pieces to my card, and it's just a matter of assembling everything. And that's all 4 cards finished. I did it in real time too. This video will be a little bit longer than that, but I wanted you to see exactly how long it actually took to make the 4 cards. So I had some stickers that I got from the dollar store, and I use these a lot on my cards because it's really cute embellishment sometimes, and it's only $1 for all of this. Whereas if you went to like Joann's or Hobby Lobby and you got embellishments, you may pay $5, $6 for those, and that's just $1. Okay, I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and I hope you hit that subscribe and join my channel, and I hope that you like the content that I'm providing. I'd like to thank my brother David for the music that he provides, and I hope you're enjoying that as well. Take care, everyone, and have a great day.